London has a housing crisis.
The cost of living in the UK is rising, and it's changing people's lives.
So many, owning a home is a dream. For so many, it's a dream increasingly distant.
Welcome back to the Tej Talks YouTube channel. Now you join me in Project Fire. This is a house that I just purchased about 5 weeks ago. And as you can see, it's kind of mid-refurb. We've got two different stages here. That had a big house fire in the middle of it, which damaged all 4 floors of it. Now check out my tour of this house on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the comments below. Today I want to talk to you about property. Is property dead in 2022? Now there's a lot of people, on Sky TV or in the market and these newspapers who say, oh, buy-to-let's dead. You've got Section 24 tax, you've got inflation going up, you've got issues with tenancies, you've got, longer periods for eviction when tenants don't pay their rent. And it's just like, oh, is property dead? That's the kind of question I want to talk about. Now, it's very easy to say it is dead. It's very easy to have these proclamations of issues in property. Now, there's tons of issues in property. You follow me on Instagram, you know the issues that are in property because they happen every single day on every single project. Obviously, you get better, things get easier. Property is full of issues, but as a sector, as an industry, and I suppose more importantly, as a business, property, is it dead? Well, let's look at it like this. The market has been incredibly hot for as long as I can remember. So what, a year and a half? Now, the main issue with this is it is very difficult to find deals. I'm struggling. You're probably struggling. I know the people you follow on Instagram who are probably lying are not struggling. People are still doing deals, but they're much, much harder. when I first started out, probably 40 to 50 viewings to get an offer accepted, which I thought was hard work. Now, people are saying they're doing 80, 90, 100, and then, I have a mentee who's done 60 viewings, nothing. And all his offers have been, I'm not gonna say respectable, because, we have to offer low, but they haven't been miles off. I've had people, trying to buy a residential, they're offering 20 grand more than asking, agent says, yeah, sorry, we've had more than that. Like, even my own flip that I'm selling, way, above asking, the offers I've had, the interest I've had, it's been crazy. And this house, although I've put in a figure in my spreadsheet, it's gonna sell for more. It's gonna be incredibly popular. Now, this is something that works for us on the exit of our deals because we can sell for more, so we can make more profit. But material prices are up. I mean, bloody hell. I thought timber was gonna drop, but it seems to just keep going up. There are some shortages, but really it's more that the prices are high. Plasterboards have gone up. I mean, the cost of living has gone up. Fuel has gone up. So therefore, the labor I'm getting charged is naturally going to go up. Also, can't have increased cost of living and builders say, well, I'm charging the same. Everything goes up. Actually, finding builders who are free, it's always been hard, but it's even harder right now. Let me just clarify that. Finding good builders who are free, right? There's a lot of complexity in that statement. There's a lot to do and there's a lot of issues. So it sounds like property is dead. I mean, is it dead? Look, if you can secure a deal, like I did with my cottage and I got at auction, for less than asking, how? Well, had some various legal issues that I fixed because I understood how to fix it. My solicitor was confident in fixing them. He did roll his eyes and say, oh, another one, Tej. But it's fine. It's worked out and it's sold. So I got it below asking and it sold for way above what I thought it would. And yeah, labor cost a bit more than it should have. Things cost a bit more. It was a bit longer. It was a headache. But it worked in this market because of the increased end value. So it's a big if, but if you can secure deals at a good price, your exit is better. And hopefully, Ricks, if you're listening, it's nice of you to do your jobs properly for once. Hopefully it filters through to the revaluations. And when you get your revals on your BRRs, then it should give you an increased value because things are selling for more. It's a bubble. I mean, how big does it been a bubble for 2 years now? These things should filter through, which means your BRRs get better. But the big if is, can you find deals at below market value, below asking, BMV, what everyone wants? It's a big if. I found this deal direct to vendor through my network, and it certainly is, below market value. It's about 120, 130 grand below what the end value is. Obviously there's a refurb, there's costs, there's investor fees, there's 100% investor funded. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment, send me a DM. But, that's still a big drop. That's 50% less than the end value. And that is kind of the level most of my purchases have been at in a different market. My one before was on auction, publicly listed. It'd been listed for a while. Like, you had time to beat me to that deal. Why didn't you, right? And why am I not beating you to the deals you're doing? So for me, property is not dead in 2022. And I don't see a point when it will be dead because it's a necessity. We need homes. For rental or for buying, we need homes. The UK, is 300,000 units or houses, every year short. Boris can say, oh, build, build, build. But when you got the people you hire in councils, I'm talking to all councils, and in planning departments, nothing gets built. It's just block, 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 is what he should have said. So we're in a position that what we do as a business and what you can do as a business is always going to be in demand. It's always going to be in need. So that always creates a market for it, right? A market of necessity. If property prices crash, it's a great market, right? It's not good for people in negative equity. Ethically, of course it's not good, it's horrible. But it creates a great market for buyers because things are cheaper. And as we know, what goes up must come down and what goes down then goes back up. So if you can buy in that period, great. Of course, selling in that period, may be more difficult, but accumulating in that period and selling in a different period or, just holding it and a long-term strategy with a long-term view is going to work. So, you could say, oh, what if it crashes? Great, it's on sale. Like Sports Direct, they always have a bloody sale on. Well, guess what? This will be a property sale. You've got to look at it and say there's always a right time to buy. It's not dead. Because it's a necessity, because of the way it operates, there really isn't a chance, in my opinion, for it to be dead. So I do not think the property market is dead in 2022. I think it's very hot. I think it's very difficult. I think you are going to struggle to find deals. You're not going to struggle to sell them. And I'll tell you something about the rental market. You are not going to struggle to rent them out. So my answer, and leave your comments below, but obviously before you leave a comment, you need to hit subscribe, you need to hit like, and you need to share this with your friends. Tell me, is the property market dead? I don't think it is.